In the studio this morning from the United School District is Superintendent Tom Hawkins. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. You're inching closer to the first day of school.
Yes, we are. First day of school is next Thursday, and we will start with our pre-K through ninth graders. And then on Friday, our sophomores through seniors will be joining us. But, really excited for that first day with students. But Institute is on Monday. Yeah, we have a 3-day Institute starting Monday, and I'm looking forward to seeing our staff come back as well.
Yeah, typically what happens in this 3-day Institute as we embark upon the start of school?
Well, we have a lot of training that's going on. We'll definitely have our first day back, our welcome back to the district, but we also have a big day of training on that first day. It's probably well known that we switched our student information system as well as our grading platform to a new product called Teacher Ease. So our staff will be receiving training in the afternoon on the first day with Teacher Ease, but then the next 2 days are basically building focused, and our principals have schedule for all of their teachers on each of those days, and so looking forward to getting our staff back. And they've been coming back, setting up their rooms, of course, but it's going to be great to get everybody back.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, and football just a few weeks away, and all fall sports are going to be taking place. So good for the kids.
Yeah, well, I actually on Monday, this past Monday, I walked into the principal's office and I said, let's go out and see the first day of football. And he goes, it's not till next week, because I have never missed a first day of football practice in all the years. Yeah, either as a coach myself or as a administrator. I always made sure I made out the first day of football practice. But our volleyball will also be hopping out there. It's already been really going all summer long, so really excited to see the kids get back and start doing things that they love.
Yes. How was last night's school board meeting?
It went very well. Last night, the main focus of last night was to present our tentative budget. So we will look to adopt that budget formally at our next board meeting on September 12th. We'll have a budget hearing at 6 p.m. So that was, kind of the main focus last night, but we also gave an update, on regarding our construction projects this summer and how they've finished up, and as well as where we're currently at with registration. So those are some of the topics we talked about last night. Okay,
registration-wise, set the stage for us. What are we looking at for United Schools?
Well, I think this might be the first year that we actually inch over 1,000 students. I don't know if it's first year. You got to remember, I'm new, but to the district. But last year they were just short of 1,000, and the projections we'll be just a little over 1,000 students this year. But the registration has been going very well. We had on-site registration last Thursday and Friday that went as well as could be expected. Using a new system. But I think the report last night was we're somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 students that we would really like them to get online and start, or either get online or come into the school and register.
Okay, that's not bad. Always got some last minute stragglers.
No, that's pretty typical. We're also, there could be a lot of families that, knowing that school's around the corner, took this last week to go on a vacation or get away.
Yeah.
So that's pretty typical. So.
And that tentative budget, go ahead and give us what United, the snapshot, what it looks like, revenue versus expense. What are we looking at for United?
Well, I'll tell you right now. I showed it to last night. The United, our board, they have made a concerted effort to always be very fiscally responsible, and as a result, they've built up some fund balances that are really nice and comfortable. At the same time, with older buildings, they made a commitment to really try to upgrade those, and there's been a lot of projects that have been done over the summer. The upgrade of the HVAC system at North Elementary, as well as at the high school. So all our buildings are completely air conditioned now. We're completely out of the boiler business for heat. And, with some paving projects over on our West Campus and the addition to our bus barn, a lot of that, it does look like, that we might be running, a little bit of a deficit, but actually what they're actually doing is utilizing the reserves that they've built up over the years to also upgrade the facilities.
Sure.
And so if they didn't do those projects, they didn't have to do those projects, but if they didn't do those projects, United would be sitting with higher year-end reserves than they had expenses. But right now, it's looking right around about $900,000 on the other side. But those reserves are there, and the board has, they want to make our buildings great learning environment for our students and staff.
Well, the air conditioning alone just provides such a relief. You don't have to worry about getting out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, every other day. That always is a disjointed style, and everybody does that. But now that air conditioning, they can learn in the classroom, be in the nice cool air, even though you and I didn't have air conditioning growing up.
Yeah, but I don't know if I know you remember as well. There were some times that you were sitting in class just like, what are we doing? When it was extremely hot. And I know as a principal in my past district in buildings that weren't air conditioned, we would do. We would check around 1 o'clock, and we'd walk by classrooms and just see kids that were not engaged.
Right.
And so, cooling the learning environment and keeping kids focused and focused on learning, and also making it a working environment for our staff is something that's very important.
Good. Okay, what else did you guys discuss last night?
Well, I think other on that, we also adopted our junior high and high school handbooks. There's really not a change from last year on those handbooks. I will say that the one thing Mr. Higbee, our high school principal, junior high school principal, did is he's in the process of merging those, and that'll be happening next year to try to make one handbook for all of our students. So, but last night, both of those handbooks, they're still separate for this year, but we presented those last night, and those were adopted. We'd already talked about the registration. I think one thing I'd like to also talk about is, I know it seems like we're far away, but I'm going to be posting a bid for snow removal. I know we don't want to talk about it when we have such beautiful weather outside, but I'll be putting up a bid for snow removal this week. And so if you're in the community and that's a service you provide, and you can always look to provide us with a bid. But we talked a little bit about our maintenance plan moving forward, and how we're going to keep our buildings clean and maintained, and to continue to provide that learning environment for our staff and students. Okay.
Was there anything else you want folks to know about last night's school board meeting?
I think we pretty much covered it.
Okay. Glad it was an easy one.
Well.
Meaning school's right around the corner.
Well, it was a big one, and we had a big big presentation about the budget, and
sure,
and that was, and we've talked about that, but no, we're just excited. We're excited for school to be around the corner, and I ran into numerous teachers in the building yesterday there, and just they look refreshed, they look ready to go, and they all said one common thing is we just can't wait to get the kids in here and see the kids. So they're ready.
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen. So you said next Thursday is pre-K through 9th, and then Friday sophomores through seniors join the team as well. So, and we've got fall sports coming up on August 24th. That's a Saturday. We will have our annual sports fall preview, which will include United coaches for the fall sports.
Oh, great.
And I can't remember which half hour they have with Sean, but also your athletic director, Jeremy Sharp, will be here 9:30 to 10 with the other ADs. So we'll get a chance to preview United sports.
Well, that's great. And anytime that we can, put the spotlight on kids and the great things that they're doing. That's always a good thing.
Well, we look forward to also having you up in the broadcast booth to say hi to our audience for United Football. And Casey and Ron Grant will be all set to have the call for an upcoming season.
You're not. I'm not going to be doing like color commentary, am I, on the games?
You don't have to. No.
Okay. No,
Mr. Whitsitt did that occasionally for us too.
Yeah, I think my boys will tell you that I do enough color commentary when I'm watching the Illini and also watching my NFL teams at home. No one wants that.
You know what? I wish I could trade you schedules because I looked at my schedule and oh my, I may get one win in the SEC because I got to play non-conference Oklahoma State. Then I got to play Tennessee, Texas, Auburn, A&M, LSU. And the list goes on.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get like a Vanderbilt or a South Carolina.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, who's going to be in the top 5. The only win I might get is Mississippi State. It's going to be tough being a Razorback fan this year.
Well, my son Reed sat with me on the front porch the other night, and he said, Dad, let's go through the games.
Yeah, you got 5-6 wins guaranteed. You got a bowl game coming.
Well, I don't know. And with the addition of the teams we got, I said, optimistic 7 wins. And he goes, you're crazy. And he goes to school. He's starting his senior year down there. But, I'm always optimistic about the Illini, and I always want them to do well. I think that's what happens when you cheer for your alma mater. So.
Of course. All right. It was good to see you this morning, and good luck. And have a great first week. We'll talk to you again soon.
Well, hey, thank you.
That is Tom Hawkins with us. He is the United School Superintendent.